you want people to go out and watch it, so I know you can't divulge too much at the moment, but
Right.
yeah, if you mind like going into Axolodyssey, man.
Yeah, of course. For anybody that doesn't know, it's a completely 2D hand-drawn animated short film about Ho-Ho the Axolotl on a journey to find his family. He meets some friends and not so friendly foes that try and stop him from achieving his goal. I mean, it's pretty much based off of my experience during the pandemic.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that I had made a pandemic story until probably 7 months ago now. It like hit me one day. I was like, oh, wait, this is my story. With like so sad in a way. At that time, I was away from my family for a year and a half. I could have like if I really wanted to venture out and try and find a way home, I could have, but like at that time, just we weren't traveling and stuff. So like I wasn't around my family and my friends for a year and a half.
Mm.
And so I relied on new friendships that I had built in town with my art buddies here.
Hmm.
And I had my wife that I was living with, but like outside was this lush, magical place because there was not so much smog and crap in the air.
Mm.
But there was this like monstrous force that no one really knew what it was, but everyone was kind of fighting it at the same time. That was scary. So
Hmm.
it all boiled down into this short film that came pretty quick. I used to do this thing that I don't do now as a parent, where I like when I was in Space Jam, I used to work until 11 o'clock at night,
Hmm.
and then I would draw for myself from 11 to 12, which was like that does not happen anymore. And in one of those hours,
Mm.
I drew Ho Ho, and then like maybe like a minute, the idea of like the basic building blocks of the film kind of came to me
Mm.
in like my head,
Hmm.
which doesn't ever happen again. I try to spark that again, and never happens.
Mm.
Um, I didn't definitely didn't have all the details, but like the idea of him being away from his family, him on this adventure as like a flyer for a pet store that he's looking for, and the humans and meeting new friends, like it all kind of it like pretty much in a minute, I like knew exactly what I wanted to make.
Mm.
But it originally was actually 30 minutes, and I cut it down significantly
Oh
to
wow, it used to be a half hour long.
yeah.
Okay.
It had a lot of dialogue, but I think what I realized what I was doing was like I was trying to make a very poor feature film, and all I was doing
Oh,
was
okay.
making a very poor short film. So I
Got
just
it.
like
Okay.
took like the best of both worlds and cut it down to 15, and then I cut it down to 12. Now it's 12 minutes.
Oh, right on.
But I have like all this lore in my head now because I made a 30-minute version. So so like any other installment that could possibly happen later, I already have so much info in my head.
So once Axolodyssey gets released, you go to the festivals. What's your ideal outcome? Is it this turning into a full feature? Is it turning into a TV series? Like, what would be your idea?
I always lean towards feature films as more of an interest to me, just because I like
Mm.
the pacing of a feature film and I love the spectacle of a feature film. But I also really love shows that have kind of dual arcs going on, kind of like Over the Garden Wall or something like that, where like there's mini arcs per episode, but like this overarching longer story. And I think the film could work really well in a TV setting. So
Hmm.
I'm really open to anything. I have like a version for each that I think could really work. And
Nice.
it's just down to whoever the right person is at the right time wants to see those versions. But I'm also like working on a comic book version of it too, because like I still want to make a comic book really bad now.
Yeah,
The 3-year-old
nice.
me is like, you can do it now.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I don't know like which festivals you plan to hit up, but like I imagine like while you're on your circuit, to see, what gets picked up and how it performs. I just imagine you'd probably just be doodling on your own, just be like little panels with Ho Ho on
Yeah.
his new journey.
Yeah. I hope that we get into some really cool festivals. Like the one that I really would love to get into is Annecy. I just also gives me an excuse to go all the way over there.
Hmm.
So fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude. No, that's cool, man. I know. I almost wish you had like some stretch goals, like help pay for like my travel fees, you know?
Yeah, that seems so selfish though.
Actually, yeah, just if you do get into a festival that requires travel, do they cover any of that, or is that all on
No
you?
way. No, it's on you.
Oh, okay. I
It's
thought it
always
was
on
as
us.
hopeful.
Yeah.
Everything is always on us. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's rough. Well, by the time this comes out, I mean, this will probably be releasing next month. So by then,
Okay, great.
hopefully, your film, the goal is to finish, right now it's like January. So to try to finish
Yeah.
it up this month so that you can submit it. And I think you mentioned to me earlier that like around maybe like Marchish, April is when you probably be like, showing at a festival.
Yeah, I'm still pretty green to all the festival start dates and stuff like that. There's so much to track and so
Mhm.
much to apply to, but I think, spring and summer is when most of them will be taking place
Yeah.
into most likely October. So, yeah, I think that's when it will starting to show in theaters, which is really cool.
Hmm.
And
Nice.
like anyone who donated to the Kickstarter the first time gets to watch it first because they made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they get the private viewing. The only thing I can't do is just put it in the public because then I get a big fat disqualification, which I don't want. We put so much effort into it.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, what do you mean by disqualification?
You get disqualified if you put it out publicly before it's in the film festival.
Oh, wow, I didn't know they would completely disqualify you for that. That seems,
Yeah.
huh? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would totally release it on YouTube or wherever,
Hmm.
like the moment it's done, but I can't.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's because you're probably going to be like maybe like what, like a full year, like circuit run, maybe.
Yeah, I guess it depends. It really depends, one on budget, but two on traction.
Mm.
I I think like there's some that I missed this time around
Hmm.
for this coming year that we're in because they're airing like next month. So the deadlines were like this month. So those I'm totally going to miss. And
Mm.
maybe I might want to hit one or two next, like for the next year around, but
Hmm.
maybe not. We'll see.
Right
See.
on.
Once you get into like, I mean, I think every filmmaker's goal eventually is to like try and get shortlisted or something. So if we're
Mm.
ever in an opportunity where we can be in that space, I think once you get shortlisted, you have to keep continuing.
Mm.
I
Okay,
think it becomes mandatory or something like that.
for sure. Yeah, dude, you wanna see you win an award, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
want it just for me, but I want it for like not only for the fans who like have one made the project, but also like helped literally pay for the project, but to all the artists that helped, like Kyle, who have literally made the film way much more than like I ever could have made it. So I think we all deserve it. I think 99.9% of the fans want to see it be put on that pedestal, whether it's like a Nashville Film Festival award or some
Yep.
really grand award. I think they all want to see that. There's
Yeah,
probably one
absolutely,
guy who
man.
doesn't, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
There's always one contrarian.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm. Kyle's like, this time it's not me.
yeah.
This time.
Yeah, for sure. I know Kyle's been working hard, like the whole compositing team he's a part of. And then there's so much
Yeah.
local talent that he brought in from Nashville, where you're based in. Yeah, Nashville is more than just music, guys. They do.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of artists here. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, so that's awesome to give that spotlight and to hopefully platform more people from there through your project. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's exciting, man. It's exciting to see someone like who had this idea, who got it done, and it's like, all right, now let's see, put it out in the wild and see how it does, which is
Yeah.
super nerve-wracking but exciting at the same time.
Oh yeah. I'm like totally not ready. I don't think. Like, I've been telling like my friends and stuff. I feel like I can only see like 6 inches in front of me right now.
Mhm.
But I think I need to see a mile ahead for whatever mess is about to come toward me, which is the festival run,
Mhm.
like promotion and stuff.
Yeah, it's wild,
Yep,
dude.
it's gonna
Yeah,
be a lot.
even though you got your following, I imagine you still got to market like crazy. Like this is happening, that's happening. Go support, go vote
Yeah.
if you can.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be dope. And yeah, since we're like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be making a bunch of clips from this session. We get to promote our own platform. Like, yeah, dude, go.
Of course.
If you're going to watch it here, go vote, promote this, and um, demand it for be viewed in your city. You know? And if you want, you could help donate to his, GoFundMe page, to help.
Director lives in box. He doesn't need food, but he needs a ticket to France.
Amazing. Oh, dude, you got to be doing posts like that, man. It'd be awesome. You're you and Ho Ho being like, please donate.
Yeah, they'll give you crackers on the plane, probably.
Oh man,
Probably not guaranteed.
Cheese, crackers, and wine. Yes, for that Parisian flight, for sure.
I knew it was true. Sitting on the plane.
Sir, are you okay? Do you need tissues? Just give me a moment. Just do it. Take it in. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. To touch on like a little bit on like the team that you put together. You brought on one artist, and then she brought on everybody else. She brought on Kyle to work on your project, and that's awesome. That to have that inner network and community. That's super important.
Yeah, I got so lucky with our eventual comp team because my plan was just to like do it by myself with my friend, and neither of us are compositors at all. Like my idea was like, well, if it looks good in flat color, then we could comp it. Not good. But I got so lucky when Kyle's friend Aubrey started shouting me out about him and about our Matt and Brian, the two other comp artists. And I basically had this team that had practically all worked together. I didn't even start with them. I had worked with a friend of mine named Dakota who referenced me to Aubrey because he had to work on another project. So it was like getting just handed this great team. Like every time I talked to a new person, it was like a stronger and stronger team. And I just figured that this film was just going to look like a flat color cartoon, but then it turned into like feature quality of like composition. Blew my mind. So like every time like I would start like a new section that I had not seen any compositing yet, I would just kind of hand it to them and just be like, these are my vague ideas about like XYZ. And I really just trusted them to like change it and make it look really, really impactful. And they knocked it out every time.
That's amazing. Yeah, dude, and just to kind of spread the flowers around. If you want to shout out like maybe some of the guys from your home, well, you're based in now in Nashville, how they're been contribute to your project.
Yeah. My friend Joel Guthrie, he's an animator. He's worked with me on tons of stuff, but I also gave him the task of just making the sound effects for the film because I just needed someone to do it. And I was like, Joel, can you do this? And I don't know how he did it, but he would also always just send me back a file that was just like perfect every time. And I was just like, dang, how is he doing this? Like, how the heck is he doing it? And like my friend from school, Haley Evans, she's one of the art directors on the film, but all the background and styling for all the like sets in the film was basically all her. I would give my 2 cents here and there, but I just trusted her. And she like grew from when we all grew. The crazy thing is we all grew from when we started just like doing tests, which I thought was just like what the film was going to be, just tons of tests. And like I grew as an animator and a layout artist and a director, and Haley would grow as a background painter. And then we would have like Joel come in, and Joel would do like figure out some comp thing. Like the first ever comp shot is Ho Ho popping out of the leaves. And I asked Joel to do that 26 times. But he got it. On the 26th one, we nailed it. And that was basically the look for the show. It was like figuring out the stylizing of the show.
Well, it's like that old adage, 26 times the charm. That's what they say.
Yeah, dude, like trial and error, man. And like I think like finding that right thing that's going to hit and really resonate and work, I think it's super important. I just get to know when people think like you just do everything right and like awesome the first try. It's like, nah, like,
oh yeah, no, it's so rare.
Yeah,
it's so rare to do it right the first try. Even if the shot plays right the first time, you draw it wrong 100 times to get to that first play being right.
Well, I'm thinking about it, John. Did you want to talk a little bit about TV Paint?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about TV Paint. That's a good thing to bring up. We did everything in TV Paint, like all the animation was done in TV Paint, and I've always been a fan of TV Paint. I
Mhm.
actually kind of learned. I learned on paper and on TV Paint because my school they originally used TV Paint. I think they switched to Toon Boom now, but
Mm.
that's what I like. The digital software I learned on was TV Paint, so I always use that one.
Mm.
And they reached out and wanted to sponsor the film and gave us some licenses for a period of time, but also gave me like pro because they found out I was coloring everything by hand and they were like disgusted by that. So they gave me pro to actually speed up the production time. But yeah, I'm
Mm.
super proud to be sponsored by TV Paint. I believe Aaron Blaze's film Snow Bears also
Mm.
sponsored by TV Paint, was also done in TV Paint as well.
Mhm.
It's such a great program.
I haven't worked in any like 2D animation software, but I know my buddies keep trying to get me to do pencil tests, and they're like, "Dude, you gotta get." I feel like now, thanks to this conversation, I'm gonna go on, get me a trial version of TV Paint, download it.
You should. You should. And
Yeah.
it's so good. It's so good. And it's so like user friendly too. Like right when you open it up, you could just start. Toon Boom is like, what am I looking at?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's there's a learning curve to Toon Boom for sure.
Mm.
Yep. Earlier you talked about you imagine me being at like festivals just like sketching in my notebook and stuff. And this is actually the notebook that I wrote a lot of ideas for the film in.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
And it's not stuff I typically publicly put out there and stuff because it's just like doodles and things like that. But a lot of scenes that are in the film ended up like
Oh, nice.
actually in the
nice.
film as these like really, really scribbly things, but so much stuff did not end up in the film. Like
Mm.
so much just doesn't. And a lot of ideas were thrown away on like plane rides and car rides and whatnot.
Mm.
But this is basically where I like
Nice.
wrote the film. This tiny little sketchbook, and I can't find another one like it. So
Oh man.
I'm like out of luck. Guess I can't make any more movies.
I was going to, but I couldn't find the right sketchbook, so
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
it goes. No, dude, that's awesome. I definitely got to pick me one up, something like that. Yeah, if I find something that's solid, I'll let you know. But that one's pretty nice. Looks like it's leather bound. I don't know. That's a
I don't think it's leather bound. I think it's like fake leather, but it is. It has held up for quite a while. It is pretty beat up though.
yeah.
A lot of those images will be in the like art book that's the old Kickstarter had. Like that'll probably be like the one spot most of the images will be. But
Mm.
thinking about kickstarting that art book again
Mm-hmm.
in a couple of months for more people to be able to get it because it was like a really high tier.
Oh, right
So
on.
yeah, maybe other people can see that there.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking out for that Kickstarter for sure. The art's
Mhm.
great. I think we're all fans of Studio Ghibli. So to
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
to see like do something where you're inspired by it, and you know what, I could do something that I think that's really cool to see something where people can follow that through line, and people want to see more stuff of what you did. You could be like, oh, dude, just watch Princess Mononoke, Prince, watch like Spirit Away, watch all these other
Right.
amazing films. You know,
Watch those films and resonate with them, and it's easy. Just go make a movie.
there you go. Yeah, what's so hard? Just call up.
It's not like blood, sweat, and tears at all.
So, John, I remember it was a few weeks ago. You did go to I think it was a festival. You said you were interacting with some of the fans, and a lot of people were really excited
Oh, yeah.
about it. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that was at Lightbox. That was in October, and it was a lot of fun. Honestly, I was a little worried because I like had never tabled at Lightbox before, and I kind of felt like
Mhm.
I didn't really deserve to be there. But I had met a lot of people who knew what the film was, which was really great. And it always feels really good to know that this thing I'm making with people just like virtually in my homeroom, like is actually resonating with people. But I also met a lot of people that didn't know what it was.
Mm.
And so that was even really more exciting to like be like, hey, this is what this is. If you haven't heard about it, I got to see a lot of kids walk by. Like we had a little monitor playing just some footage from the film.
Mhm.
And the best was when all the kids would just stop and just like glue to the screen and wouldn't move.
Wow.
Let's go see other stuff. And they'd be like, no.
Nice.
Score.
Yeah, dude, especially this day and age where like there's so many distractions. Kids are like glued to their screens, and
Mhm.
to be like walking by your booth and they see like what's playing, they're like, "What is this?" And when can I
Yeah.
see more of this? And where can I, buy a plushie or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there going to be plushes?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't have any in the making at the moment. I've been ignored by
Oh, okay.
like all the plushie makers. So if
Mm.
anyone wants one,
Oh.
go poke them. Go poke them to reach out to me.
There we go. We got a whole new campaign for you, man. Let's get some plushies made of Ho-Ho and friends.
Yeah. I was gonna say on social media, it seems so hard to like cut through like all of the things that you're getting to see, and like even on YouTube, which my YouTube shit like following is really small, but
Mm.
my main one being on like Instagram and stuff, it's so hard to like make something that cuts through. And I think,
Yeah.
especially even more nowadays with the rise of AI and people being able to make whatever they want so
Mm.
easily,
Yeah.
like it becomes even more important to like make something that just has that like that nugget of appeal that the AI could never do, or that people may not be able to easily achieve. Like you just like have to rely on that one thing that gets you through everything,
Mm.
that like is unexplainable how to even make it.
I think when you tap into something like with your project that you're super passionate about, like I think
Hmm.
when you work on those kind of projects, that's what helps cut through because there's something that's different about it. There's that human
Right.
element that AI fails to replicate, and there's that
Hmm.
thing that it just clicks with people because it clicks with you so much that you go about it, like you said, like with Glenn Clean, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, animate from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's like animate from the Sora 2 or whatever it's called.
I can't help but think of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Heart of the Cards.
And the AI is the Shadow Realm.
Oh God, yeah, it is. Just have to believe in the heart of the cards.
I guess you could think that the story of Axolodyssey is Ho-Ho just trying to save his grandpa. Grandpa, no.
So, do you specifically like axolotls, or have you like owned an axolotl before, or?
I haven't owned one. I think I obviously think they're really cool, but I didn't really know about them until 2020. And I had watched a video that was just like a National Geographic video on them. And I was like, wow, these are really cool. And I
Mm,
think I probably had seen them before in some form or fashion, but I've always been a big fan of little amphibians and
mm,
frogs and lizards kind of thing. Like those are my favorite animal is like a frog. So I always loved that
Oh, okay.
nice.
genre of creature. And
Mm.
they just seem so mysterious and magical. Like axolotls were becoming so popular around that time too. I think they were in Minecraft, but I had like phased out of playing Minecraft at that point.
Mm,
And so I think they were growing underground in the younger generation. So
mm.
Oh, okay.
I love it
Yeah.
now when kids know what axolotls are, and like the parents are like, a what?" Like I love being in that zone.
Yeah, that makes you the cool parent. You're like, I know what those are, man. I made a short about
Yeah,
them.
yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
Fun fact: my 1-year-old can say axolotl, but my father cannot. Who is 55. He still gets confused. So
It's an axolotl? What? Oh, nice. Yeah, what advice do you have for any like aspiring animators or filmmakers out there?
I'd say just be yourself and make art because you're pleasing yourself and it makes you happy,
Mm,
and make what makes you happy and that you're passionate about, because that's what people eventually gravitate towards. And it's so honest when you're making something that is coming from you, instead of you working for somebody and showing off the flashy new thing that you've done. Like
mm,
there's just a huge difference. And
yeah.
it doesn't matter if you work for the biggest studio or the smallest studio. If you're making something that connects with people, that really resonates with you, then I think you're succeeding as an artist.
For sure. Nah, dude. Yeah, any last words we want to share before we wrap things up, John?
I think think I've hit everything that I need to. If you are a fan and want to see the film while it's in festivals, I will most likely be posting where they are. I think that's probably the best thing that I could do, is posting where it will be and when. And if you want to see it before it's out in public, I'm sure I will have some sort of way where I'm doing that in the future. Maybe through the next Kickstarter project, I probably will be releasing it as like for every single tier, you get to watch it privately. So,
Mm-hmm.
but thank you for the fans for even getting me any of this.
Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us at SOTI_VFX, on everything. Be sure to follow Studio Fresco and Jon Densk on his Instagram for all the latest information. All right, guys. Till next time, take care and have a good one. Peace.